with me? Will you walk with me? If I can see the world differently now, I can find the love in everything now. If I can walk in someone else's shoes now, I will know what it is to be one with you and me. If I can find my inner peace now, I will see peace everywhere. If I can find the stillness in my mind, I will see the world differently, the world differently. Everyone is here for a reason. Everyone is here to shine their love. If I could see the world differently now, I'd be seeing me as one with you. If I can see the love within me now, I will see the love in you. We all come to shine our light now. We all come to be all we can be, just you and me. If I could see love in everything now, I would see the world differently now. So I will take my vision, take the visions in my mind, and I'm going to choose love. And I'm going to choose to see love. Happy Valentine's Day weekend, wherever you are on this Saturday night. Let's see how it's going here. We're so happy to be here with you and to share some Saturday Night Live spiritual messages. I've got Helena here, and we are answering your questions and opening up to the universal flow. And tonight, it's not just about love. Well, not just about romantic love. The world is in a state of flux. Hold on to your hats, babies. Because, or as they used to say, hold on to your diapers, babies, we're going in. It's going to be a real interesting next couple of months of energy and changes, and you have to be rooted in secure energy of who you are, who you've come to be, your purpose, your passion, and you've just got to love you. And how can you love anyone else if you don't love you? And for those of you who are with your Valentine, well, it's a great time to be with your Valentine. And those of you who don't have a Valentine, it's a great time to manifest a love in 2021. I have to get used to saying 2021 because so much was about 2020, the year no one will ever forget. But 2021, well, it offers us a chance to have a new perspective. It offers us a chance to set the boundaries that are going to work for us and live within that and not feed into the rhetoric and the narrative that's being spewed out all over. You have to really understand who you are. And you have to trust that the universe is with you, that your angels, your guides, your ancestors who've gone before, who, by the way, have navigated quite a bit, that they're clearing the path. And you also have to know that everything happens for a reason. And there are some universal forces that are lining up to assist all of us. So whatever seems out of sorts, difficult, disruptive, almost impossible at times, do not let it take you down the path of darkness and disappointment. It's a time for you to just trust. And it's a love weekend. It's a time to shift the energy. Well, we might not be doing a lot in the planetary movement in Venus, but it's still a love time. It's a time where we choose, as we dawn into the stage of Aquarius, we want to choose a different way, a higher way, a better energy of love. We want to choose a path that is going to feel good. When was the last time you felt good? Don't you want to feel good again? Don't you want to feel free? I know that things are maybe a little difficult as far as doing the things you used to do. But within the experience, you can make yourself happy. You can love yourself. You can love one another. What's that song? Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. It's time to make the world a better place. But making the world a better place starts at home, starts in your own backyard, starts with you. And understanding you and who you are and what do you want. You know, we're focused on what's been removed from our existence. We're focusing on what we don't have. But if you put your attention on the joy that you can find within yourself, then everything else just seems like it's okay to wait. It's okay to align with your own truth, even if your truth does not mirror another person's truth. This is how you move yourself in the direction of your own personal freedom. And trusting that the divine has your back the whole entire time. And you actually never were alone, even though you may have felt alone. So put your seatbelts on. It's going to be an interesting ride as we glide, hit a few air pockets into 2021. As you may have noticed, definitely was an interesting start in the beginning of January. And now we're in February. And can you believe we are mid-month of February, and before you know it, it's time to start into March. And when you begin marching on to what's coming for you in that direction, you got to trust. And you got to have fun with what you're experiencing. You've got to find the fun in the simple moments. You've got to find the fun in the opportunities that are presented before you, because some things are, yes, out of your control right now. But you can't control how you react to it, how you interact with it. It's a time for you to be true. So we're on our Saturday night, and we're connecting to you, and we're going to give you some messages. And these messages are channeled from the angels, the guides, Great Spirit. We're going to be giving you the guidance that you need to navigate the times before you and answer your questions. And we don't take the questions in any order. We take the questions as we are guided to receive them through Spirit. And we fire off the answer and we go to the next question. And of course, I don't do this alone. I'm doing it with Spirit, but I've got my dear friend Helena with me. Helena's in the house, literally. And we're in our little spot that we've created for ourselves. And she's going to be feeding me the questions, and she's going to be helping us work some of the cameras and the lights. So, Helena, how you doing?
I am doing good tonight.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
Well, things.
It's a busy time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like a lot of us are wondering about love still. All this love energy.
Well, yeah, all this love energy. So, Helena, you were at the center today. What was it like to be at the center today? Tell everyone who doesn't know anything about the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach or SarahSpiritual. What's it like?
Well, the smell is amazing, number one. When you're brewing all your different baths, mists, floor washes, oils, all that delicious. I have to say delicious, even though you don't eat it.
No, you don't eat it, no. But it does smell good. It does.
Absolutely, yeah. And even to regular people, when I was at my job, people would comment on how good I smelled, and it was all my spiritual stuff. So, but the energy at the center is incredible. It is the host to the Violet Flame, which Sarah does teach about, which is about transformation. So even just being in that center, you feel that energy, and it kind of picks them up and take it with you when you leave.
Yeah, it's a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful connection. It's actually an energy that kind of makes you tingle. I don't know. There's no other way to describe it. And the words spoken there are powerful words. And anything that you say you desire just kind of has a way of lining up. It's as if anyone and everyone in the universal forces is just right there with their ear to the door listening, saying, "Oh, did you hear that? They're trying to get a new job. Let's make it happen." It hasn't been happening for them. And I'll have people come back like 2, 3, 4 days later and say, "I haven't had a job offer in years, and now I've got a job offer." It's something magical.
My friends I've all sent there, where they were a year ago is completely different than where they are now, and they've never been at a better place than even when they walked into those doors.
And many of you, you're navigating some difficult times, and we're aware of that too. And sometimes life has to catch up to the vision and intention that you've set. But we do our best to help you and hold your hand on the journey so that you know that you're okay. So we're going to give you some collective messages, and I'm sure we have some messages gearing up in the queue. And I look forward to those. And we've got some cards here. Let's kind of show what we got in front of us here, Helena, for a minute. Let's kind of change the scenery here. So I've got my amethyst heart. It's a beautiful heart. I got my clear quartz crystal heart. And oh, look at the hearts on my nails. Can you see them? Oh, yes.
Oh, we see those.
We are ready for love. We got our love cards here. We've got our mystical wisdom cards. We've got our divine feminine energy over here. Let me pull them a little closer.
I got you a little tight in there, but that's
That's all right. I got it. I
make sure you guys see these cards today.
They're beautiful cards here. So we're going to be pulling some cards, and we're going to be channeling some messages. And, it's a time of love, right? So you want someone to be your Valentine. You want to feel that energy. And if you're with your Valentine, great. And I hear the song in my head, and I have to go there, everyone. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with your heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, and yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? And you know the rest, right? So we want you to stay, little Valentine, stay, because each day, oh yes, each day is Valentine's Day. So imagine every day is a day of Valentine's time for you. Open up to that. Be your own Valentine. We taught a really great love class the other night. I don't know if you were with us, but soon it'll be available on our website. So you can buy it if you didn't participate in it. But in the class, I had everyone going, "Mwah, I love me." So let's do it, everyone. "Mwah, I love me." You got to love you. You've got to love who you are and who you've come to be. And embrace all of that. Well, we're going to go to the messages, clear, concise messages, and we're going to give you our fabulous messages for the collective first, the joint messages, and then we're going to go to individual messages. So we're going to start to shuffle up the cards here. Helena got some love questions. What else you got going on?
I'm looking down at the feed right now. Lenny, of course, is in there, but don't change your hair for me.
Yeah. Not if you care for me. That's right. Don't change your hair for me. That's right. We won't change any hair here.
Some love to the center and your products. If you guys really haven't tried one, treat yourself to something, even if it's just a mist or an oil. Shifting the energy with those products are really powerful.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience to have all those products brewing at the center at once. It really is. And we got our love cards. Ooh, one fell. And I was all set to sing Love Potion number 9. So we got some love potions going on here, but let's see what card fell, everyone. So we're going to slam the camera on this one. First, we'll show you the picture. Beautiful picture. All right, so now, look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Take a good look at yourself, everybody. Sometimes we got to look and see what's going on inside. We were just talking about that. You got to go inside. You got to love yourself. That matches our little heart over here. I love that. We're going to put that right there for a minute. Shuffled up the cards, and we are going to place down our cards for the group. And we're going to take 3 divine feminine cards. Yeah, we will. So the first card we've got here is Diana. So Diana is the queen of the wilderness. So you got to examine some of the wild experiences in your life, and you've got to be open to change and adventure. This is your time. So many of you are holding back. You know, the restrictions of life have kind of created a difficult time for us to explore new horizons. But if we go to Ayana, the queen of heaven and earth, I have nothing to hide. I see and I accept all that I am. I'm seeing a theme here. You've got to see who you are, and you've got to love who you are. And this is a powerful tool, confirmation of what we were just talking about. And it's bam, right on the money here for all of us. And then the next one is Green Tara, the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs me. My every step, I do what my heart compels me to do. So my heart is being compelled to do exactly the right thing here. So let's see here what we've got coming up from the other cards, because this lets me know that in this energy of the Green Tara, we are on the path of enlightenment, and we are in one with heaven and earth. And the Queen Diana of the wilderness, well, she wants you to get a little wild, get a little out there. Let's shift the energy and open up to new possibilities. So those of you who have been holding back on speaking your truth, holding back on being your true authentic self, now is the time to really shine. And as we move to the next group of cards, we're going to go to the next part of this joint reading for everyone, the collective group. And we're going to pick 3 cards for you. And let's see what we've got here. And here we have the first one that came down was confrontation. Sometimes we've got to have a confrontation and kind of seize everything by the you know what and really say what's going on. And in this message here, I'm really feeling that some of you have been holding back from speaking your truth, and you're going to have to confront your fears. You're going to have to confront the things that are appearing to be an obstacle, and you're going to have to handle them dead on. And we've got here celebration. When you let go and have fun, that's when the miracles start happening, having fun. We got to really let go and have a celebrate good times. Come on, it's your time to have a great celebration. And then we've got the card for the collective, which is kind of interesting. Talking about the 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins, where have you lost yourself in the 7 deadly sins? For instance, greed, gluttony, jealousy. Where are you losing yourself in some emotions that are unhealthy and they're taking you down a dark, dark path? Have you been down a dark path lately? Has the darkness that's going on in the world tried to creep into your world and snatch you back? Well, you've got to let go of the things that are the temptations and block you. You've got to open up to the light and the energy of love and realize that you're human, and there will be moments where you are not in your best, highest self. But you have to be strong enough to recalculate your route and make the change. You've got a lot of things to change, that you've got to open up and trust that you're being divinely guided. And the next group of cards are our love cards. So I love the love cards. And we're going to take these here. These are beautiful heart-shaped cards. Couldn't have a better night than tonight. The night before love. Tonight, tonight. Won't be just any night. Okay, let's see what we got here. They don't want to split here. Let's see what we got going on. So I'm going to pick 3 of our heart cards. We've got 1, we've got 2, and we've got 3. Oh, they told me take 4. There we go. Who am I to argue? And the first card that we place down for all of you is reflected. We have to reflect within ourselves. Here we go. The message is the same, isn't it? Reflect within yourself. Go within. Give each other space. Give your friends, your partners, your family space. And reflect and know who you are. The next card is life is a series of constantly changing cycles. And when we resist change, what we find is more resistance, and it becomes more difficult. So you want to resist change. You want to let it go. And then the next card is power. You instinctively know what is right for you. Every one of you, you know what works for you. You know your power. You know your wisdom. You know your strength. You know what you can create and what you can do. This is a time for you to step into your personal power. And the fourth card that they insisted we take, oh my goodness, now I know why they said Sarah Spiritual. No, you've got to pull 4 cards, and you've got to pull that one. I'm going to move our reflection and our energy of constant change and our personal power. And Helena, drum roll, please. We've got to light this, because out of all the cards in the deck, the 4th card that fell is Romance. Cupid Arrow Strikes. How could you get better than that card on a night like tonight? Yes, indeed. It's the night of love. Love is in the air with every sight and every sound. We got so much love coming up here. And did I tell you guys how much I love you? And how happy I am to spend Saturday night with you? and to share some messages and connect with all of you, and how great it is to see everyone. We got some conversation going on here in the feed, don't we, Helena?
Oh yeah.
What do we got going on in the feed? What's some of the action we got going on here?
I think we like this love card. We didn't expect that one.
We did not expect that. Bam.
That Spirit's like, oh, y'all want to talk about love tonight, huh? Y'all want, like, even though
we want love.
Spiritual Saturday Night Live, we're
talking about everything, but it's the night before Cupid's arrow strikes. And, oh, I hear that song. When I fall in love, it will be completely, or I'll never fall in love. That's the only way to love everybody. You got to love wholly and completely. So my other spirit guide says, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. That's my other spirit guide troops going. So we got everybody in the building tonight. I got all my muses. We got all the music going on here. And we really hope that you're going to enjoy kind of hanging out and getting down with us here. So you learn to answer some cool questions here. What do we got going on? Give me some topics here besides love. Give me an idea of what some people are asking before we go to the questions.
Crossroads. Spirit guides. A little bit of crossing over to the other side.
You know, someone's freezing in Nantucket.
Yeah, I would be freezing too if we were up in the Northeast right now.
Yeah. Tammy Hill is freezing in Naugatuck, Connecticut. I was saying Nantucket, but Naugatuck, Connecticut. So sorry, Tammy, you're freezing. Yeah. So we are going to Wayne Rodriguez. He's talking about some Psalms here. So he's still looking for employment with the construction industry. Happy to be connected again. It's been a long time. And thank you very much, Wayne Rodriguez. Yes, the Psalms I gave you, Wayne Rodriguez asked about some Psalms. Sometimes I give you some prayers to do. And those are the same Psalms to continue reading. They're going to open up the doors for prosperity and transformation for you. So thanks, Juan Rodriguez. I saw your question in the feed, so thank you so much for popping that in. And we appreciate your good wishes here on our Saturday night. Who else do we have?
Let me see here. So let's go to Miss Sue White Baisley. It's been a minute since we talked to Sue.
It's been a minute, Miss Sue.
She says, I'm feeling less purposeful than my usual. Does Spirit have any guidance for me about my life plan?
So let's take a look at that question up on the screen here. So, all right. So, Sue, this is a time for power, but I'm hearing that you're going on a spiritual shift in your consciousness and you're not as purposeful in the fashion with which you thought you would be, because that almost has gotten pushed back and held back for right now. So things are not moving in the fashion with which you imagined it to move. And Spirit is giving you this time to contemplate and to kind of get the rest and recalibrate. I really feel that once July comes, Sue Baisley, you're going to be really busy. And you're going to be busy with purpose and with passion. And your life plan is to impart wisdom and restore other people's connection to God and their faith and their belief that there's something else out there. You know, we lose sometimes that connection. Kind of like you're going through this. You didn't lose connection, but you're not feeling that oomph to move in any particular direction. I want you to look at it as a holding pattern. You know, the plane may want to land in the airport. We'll use Kennedy Airport in New York as an example. It's a busy airport, or LAX. And sometimes it's ready to land, but there's no space on the runway for it to land. So it gets caught up in a pattern above the airport for a while until it gets the okay to gear up the engines and get ready to hit the descent and then let the wheels drop down and land on the ground. So I want you to consider yourself held in a pattern of a circle above an airport, just waiting for your instructions to land and hit the ground running with no turbulence, Sue. So that's what I see for you. Thank you so much for your question. It's been a minute since we connected. So glad to have you back on the feed and to connect with you. Thank you. Who else do we have?
I'm going to go to Alexia.
Alexia in South Carolina, yes?
She is overwhelmed. So many changes moving out on her own in a week. Plus, her boss after lockdown and wants her to work 7 days. Is she going to handle this all? She feels a little scared.
Well, some people would be grateful to be in your shoes because they don't have any work. And I know it's overwhelming. Moving out on your own is a good thing. And your boss may want you to work 7 days a week after the lockdown. But that could be a good thing. It could give you the financial boost that you need to get things working for you and get things set up. I know it's a lot to do, and I'm sure it's negotiable. That's what your boss wants, and your boss will push to get what he wants. However, I feel like if you talk to your boss, once you get yourself going, I think they'll be able to make some adjustments. And 7 days is a bit much, and I don't know that they're going to push you actually to do 7 days. Just talking out loud. Think of your boss just pontificating on what the boss would like. But that doesn't mean it's all going to come together. But I do feel that if you get some days with some extra time, overtime, extra work, it's going to benefit you greatly. And your time right now is a powerful, powerful time, because this is your year of loving yourself and really empowering yourself to go to the next level. So take charge of your destiny, hold on to the truth, and just trust that everything's going to work out the way you want it to. Just patience, my dear. I know it'll be all right. Try not to be overwhelmed and remind yourself everything's always working out for me. I find that works quite often. Thanks so much for your question. Who else do we have?
I know where I want to go. Straight from Germany all the way in Florida, we got Julia. She's going to publish her first book. What do you see for it in her love life?
So, Julia, first thing that I see here in your... very interesting. So this year represents great expansion. So I feel like this year is going to be a powerful, positive movement, particularly when June starts. June seems to build the momentum of this time to publish your first book. And as that begins to unfold, whatever those final things are that need to be done for the book publishing, I feel like you build momentum. Your love life on the other side, that just doesn't seem to be as grand as this book publishing that I see. I feel like, Julia, your love life is not quite keeping up with the excitement and the joy that you're creating. But I say this to you. This is a year of expansion on so many levels, emotionally, spiritually, financially, career-wise. And it's also an expansive year of love, true love. So it's to be patient with yourself in the process of love and it turning into what you would love it to be by just taking a step back and just allow things to unfold and put your attention on the intention to get your book published. Now's the time to take that to new heights. So work on that. Thanks so much for your question. Who else do we have? That was a good question from Julia. And welcome from Germany.
Next we have Richard. How do you strengthen your ability to connect and hear your spirit guides when helping others?
Love that question, Richard. Thank you so much. Take some SarahSpiritual classes is one thing I would say, because we give you some really quick, easy things. We've got an Archangel class that we're working on, and we'll have that coming up in the month of March. So we've got a lot of really good classes that teach a lot of how to. But to give you a snippet, the way you work on connecting with your spirit guides is you first begin to sit alone. And when you're working with others, you have to be really sure who you're connecting to so that you can get clear-cut answers. So when you're home alone and you're working with your guides, you begin by a series of questions, asking your guides some questions. and being still and wait to see how they give you an answer. Do you get a feeling? Do you get some energy? Do you get a word that you hear, or do you get a different train of thought? And as you work by developing the connection, then you ask, what is your name? What have you come to do with me? And what are we going to do together? You see, this is the feeling that you want to get. You build a relationship. It's like talking to your best friend. And in the beginning, we may not always hear all the answers, but they're always listening. And as you become aware of your guides and the connection, you get a sense that this is your knowing, this is your mission, this is how you do it. And you come to this understanding that they're there right by you. And when you're with someone else and you're sitting with them as the sitter giving the messages, Richard, it's like as if the person in front of you becomes, the word I hear in description for you is transparent. It's not about whether they agree or disagree. It's at that moment that you connect with your guides, and just like you were alone in your room, you talk to your guides and you ask the question in your mind. You know, the person who sits before me, what is the most important question that they have? And then your guides will say, they need to talk about this. And then you say to the person, this is what you've come for. And they go, oh, how did you know? Because the guides know. And you're not looking to see their reaction or their judgment or their acceptance. You're just looking right through them. They are a clear energy being. And the energy from your guides is flowing from them to you, from your words to the recipient, and it just passes through. And they are able to receive and hold the information that you give them depending on what they're ready to receive. You know, many times when we sit in front of all of you, or I'm here live with many of you, I may give a message and you might be like, what is she talking about? Like, I don't get it. Or what does she mean? Or that doesn't make any sense. That can't be right. And then people come back and they say, I didn't know what you were talking about, but now I know. I know exactly. Or I asked my sister, or I spoke to my mother, or, you know, I said everything was fine at work, and then 3 weeks later, everything went to hell in a handbasket. And it was what you were telling me about. So when it started to happen, I knew not to panic. But sometimes the receiver of the message, they don't really understand everything the guides are saying, because the guides look beyond the here and now, Richard. They look beyond what we concern ourselves as a human with, and they give us the pieces of the puzzle necessary to bypass the distractions, to bypass the human thoughts and things we tend to obsess over, and they go right to the heart of the matter, and they go, here it is. And the human receiving the message, they have to receive it. And you, as the messenger, have to just be willing to take yourself out of the picture. It's not about you. It's about giving the message. And that's essentially what I do every day, all day. I take myself out of the picture. It's not about me. It's about receiving the message and giving it. And it's about, you know, also boundaries, healthy boundaries, and people understanding that, you know, what you're doing, you take seriously. It's important. You're being given messages, and it's your mission. It's what you want to share with others, and you don't need their approval. You are just there to be the messenger. So I hope that was a good enough answer for you now, Richard. I do hope you visit SarahSpiritual.com. That's where you'll find all my classes. We got some good ones coming up. I'm real excited to be teaching these classes, these little simple how-to, but they're not so simple because we give you a lot of information. And we keep them at a very affordable cost. Who else do we have here, Helena?
I thought you were about to go into commercial there. I was almost ready.
Go to commercial. What commercial?
I have all those little graphics for those classes. But
yes. You want to go to commercial. Give me a commercial here, Helena.
Well,
Tell us what we got coming up.
Tonight on Spiritual Saturday Night Live Messages, we are inviting you to psychic protection and spiritual cleansing.
That's coming up on the 23rd. I'm excited for that one. What else do we got coming up, Helena?
We've got candle magic.
Candle magic. You want to know how to work your magic, everyone? You got to take this class. You know, it's way back to my roots of how my spiritual teacher taught me how to connect in the first place. Because Lord knows I was one step away from a little snap-off bunny. Just didn't know what's going on here. So, You know, he had to be like, we got to rein this little bunny in because she's clueless. She's going to get run over by a truck the way she's hopping around. I had no idea this stuff existed. So candles really were my ability to focus, and it was what I used to really make some cool miracles happen. I love it. Who else do we have? Or what else do we have? What else I got coming up? I got a lot coming up.
Oh, yeah. We got learn to connect to the 4 archangels.
Connect to the 4 archangels, and that's on March 11th, 3/11/21. Love to see you here for that. And what else we got?
Clearing space and creating sacred space.
Yes. Oh, I see you got a creating sacred space and clearing space. Yeah. We got that right there. Clearing space and creating sacred space. So you want to clear the energy in your home, clear heavy pockets of energy wherever you are. And wherever you are, know how to create sacred space, not just your altar. We're going to teach you how to do that in this class. And don't I have a crystal cavern thing coming up too?
Yeah. I got the big graphic on that boy.
We got a big, oh my God, the Ascended Masters Crystal Cavern Healing Meditation. If you want to fly me to the moon and let me dance among the stars. We want to go among the stars, and we want to get to know Jupiter and Mars and some crystals and some Ascended Masters and beings. And we're going to be in the land of the beings. And we're going to take you on a journey. And these crystals in this meditation are going to assist you in healing. And I so love doing this meditation. So I sure hope that you join us for this very powerful meditation class. And this is on March 18th. So, and there's more coming, but that's all we'll give you for now. What else do we got?
All right. We can go to some love questions here.
We got love questions. I see my friend Steph Sasson. She's on. Tammy Bagwell. Tammy, what's she got to say?
Make sure that's coming up. There we go. So, will ever in this life I find a man who is attracted to me romantically again and love me as a life mate? Okay. Guess what? That would be a yes. But hit the pause button here, honey, because when this energy comes in, it's coming in strong. So you need to be sure that you're ready for what you're asking for. And my dear, you will have a love mate, partner mate. Someone will love you. I love you just the way you are. Yeah, don't go changing. That's what you want. Someone who's going to love you just the way you are. And that is not some Pollyanna statement. That is what is in the energy for you. You got to let your guard down. You got to let some people in, because I feel like, I know it's hard to meet people right now, but I feel like you're just not willing to trust, because I feel like you've been taken advantage of in a past relationship and you don't know what's coming next. And let me tell you what's coming next. I pulled a love card for you, so let's go to the other camera. So that looks like a beautiful picture. Yes, indeed. It's looking pretty. So now, yep, sexual union. We got the sexual union card. Let me see if I can get that better for you, Helena, where you want that. Over that, there you go. Sexual union. Girl, sounds like you're going to get more than someone to just like you. We got some action coming up here. Drum roll, please. So, yeah, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. It's still coming, honey. So it's here. Out of all the cards, in all of my heart cards, whole bunch of heart cards, lots of heart cards, that's the card we pulled for you. So someday your prince will come. Yes, indeed. Don't give up. And it is coming. And I really feel your birthday window is when this energy of love really starts to open up for you. So any work you have to do on yourself, any forgiveness or letting go, healing, get it done now, because get down, get down, get down tonight, baby. Okay, there you go. We got some good stuff coming up for you. I'm not making light of it. I know you feel as if the world is not lining up that way, but I know what I see, and you have to just hold on to the glimpse of what I see, and in the energy of the belief that it's possible. That's all you've got to give the universe. I say this to you and everyone. If you believe on the guise that it's possible, just possible, that opens up the window for the opportunity to whoosh in like a quick breeze, and for you to stand up and smell the roses and go, that's for me.
But when you sit in despair with your walls up and your head down, you can't get anywhere. Good job. Good question. Thank you, Tammy Bagwell. It's coming. Who else do we have?
We got Marlene. Will
Okay.
my ex-hubby David be a bit more supportive? He is no longer speaking to me, but communicates with our 10-year-old.
You know, I think your ex-hubby David thought that he had a lot more control than he does. And I feel like he's going through this major metamorphosis inside of himself. And I don't really feel like he's very happy with where his life is. And I just think he's disappointed he lost control. And he's moody. And I feel like he needs to be always in control. That's the word they keep giving me. King of the forest. If I were king of the forest. But that's okay. He will. Oh, now I got the Wizard of Oz in my head. I got to let you know that he will eventually communicate with you and be a little bit more in connection with you. But for right now, if he just wants to talk to your son, as long as they have a relationship, it's not about you. It's really more about them. So Marlene, hang in there. It'll be okay. And thanks for your question. Who else do we have?
We got to go to YouTube. We've got a few YouTube questions.
Great.
Lourdes Solar. What is the significance of me having recurring dreams about interacting with my ex in our former marital home?
I got a feeling somebody's watching you. Whoa. No. Their energy is still connected to you in some fashion. There's some unresolved issues, some hurt or forgiveness that needs to happen. And, you know, I feel like they're trying to hook back into you. And you being very psychic, very connected, very aware, you're feeling it in the dream state. And it's almost like something's trying to pull you back. Lourdes Solar, look how far you've come. Look at all the plans you have moving forward. Look at the life that you would love to create for yourself. You're waiting for things to line up perfectly so you can step into that life. And here's something coming trying to pull you back. So I would say to you, Lourdes Solar, ask Archangel Michael to clear you, to shield you. I would tell you to put black tourmaline near your bed. I would tell you to put kosher salt in some water next to your bed to absorb all the negative energy. I would use SarahSpiritual's Dream Spray. You have a commercial for that, Helena? I would use SarahSpiritual's Dream Spray and mist the pillow so that you have a protective, restive sleep, and the dreams you remember are for your highest good. But it's a warning. It's a warning that his energy is trying to hook back into you. You know, you need to pull up a picture of a dream spray, Helena, and show her what we should get. I know you're familiar with the store, Lourdes Solar. And it's interesting, when I connected to you, a card fell, Lourdes, and I'm going to show you the card. It is the Knight of Cups. This represents relationships, offers, opportunities. There's a connection coming. So something here in my card, right here on the desk, is going to show you that there's an offer for you. So I say to you, be prepared for something good to come, and ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords of karma that bind you to the experience of your ex. Thanks so much. Who else do we have?
I don't have that picture quick enough, but I can say that I use your dream mist every single night. So
It's good stuff, right?
oh yeah.
It's good stuff. Who else do we have?
Let's see here. We've got Tina Calloway on Facebook.
Hey, Tina.
She wants to know how her ancestors and spirit guides feel about starting to pray the rosary. She hopes she has not disrespected her grandmother, who was Catholic. She says, I am not, but I feel I want to express my spirituality in a meaningful ritual.
100%. 100%. The work of the Blessed Mother, the work of the ritual of the rosary, it's very powerful. I have seen people pray and perform miracles with the rosary, Tina Calloway. So I would say to you, please do this. You're not disrespecting anyone. You're not stepping on anyone's toes. You are just opening up a portal of energy that is very divine and attuning you to your divine feminine power. And Mother Mary was the ultimate in divine feminine power. So yes, pray that and use it to create the world that you want. And I know you're going to see some powerful shifts. I'm a big fan of people doing the rosary. And it's not about religion and religious actions. I just feel that it's just a powerful energy to tune yourself to, and it really aligns you to some powerful outcomes. So thank you, Tina Calloway, for that wonderful question. Who else do we have? Yep.
I want to go here to Amanda.
Yes.
She's wondering if she's ever going to see her dad again. She's grown up without him,
Right.
without him since third grade. She's been trying to do whatever she can to see him the last few years, but hasn't gotten anywhere at all. She's really missing him, and it's really bothering her. She would love some answers about it.
Well, you know, the memory that you hold of your father is the memory of a little girl. And as children, we tend to see our parents in their perfected state rather than their flaws and their imperfections as a human being. And it bothers you because everything you've tried or you wanted to have happen hasn't happened. So you're feeling as if you don't have any control or say in this. And it's just making you notice more his absence. So I say this to you. In order to draw forth your father and to connect with his energy and ideally have the universe assist you in orchestrating a reunion of your hearts, of your minds in the physical world, then focus on the energy of how good it felt when you did interact with him when you were in the third grade. And see yourself with him in the third grade, talking to him, laughing with him, and being in the energy. And here's the trick, Amanda. Be happy in that moment and grateful that you had that time. And in the gratitude, if it's meant to be, another opportunity will present itself. And be okay to know that you had him for a period of time, even if the time did not stand the test of time. I know there's a backstory to all of this. I'm very aware that there's some tumultuous things that happened around, but you as a little girl are not responsible for that, and you as the adult child are not responsible for that. It is for you to be content in the energy that you did share and be in gratitude, and then know that from that gratitude, if something's meant to manifest, something wonderful will happen. Thanks so much, Amanda, for your question. Who else do we have?
We're going to go to Tawana.
Yes.
Should I expect love to come or continue to focus on my career?
Well, Tawana, that's a great question. And this year is mostly about career. And then the second half is about love. So it sounds like you're going to get some peanut butter and some jelly, and we're going to make a sandwich. We got a whole thing coming up this year. Working on your career, building your momentum, building the finances. And then Tawana Middleton, it's like on the back end of the 2021, we got some love coming in the building. So focus on career, no expectation of love, just be open and receptive, and love will find a way, as the song would say. Thanks so much, Tawana Middleton, for your Facebook question. I just love when my music guides are with us. And who else do we have?
We're going to go to YouTube. Let's see here. We've got Jessica the Goddess.
Okay.
She said you were right. She moved into her apartment, so thank you. Her question now is about work. New manager started on Monday. How will it be working with him?
So Jessica the Goddess, if you feel like you say too much, then hashtag girl shut up. Don't volunteer too much. Let him feel you out. You feel him out. Notice I didn't say feel you. I said feel him out. Feel the energy. Read the energy. And get a sense of what is he here to change? What is he here to prove? You know, everyone who comes in new, they're coming with their thoughts of what they're going to do differently. And so you have to stay in your lane and do your job and build the momentum and earn his trust and be receptive and helpful. But you don't have to volunteer too much, because that will put you in the crossfire, and you don't know who he's friends with or who he knows there anyhow. So keep your distance from that. Don't voice your opinion unless you are asked for something that is not opinion, but policy, procedure, something of importance. And Jessica the Goddess, as you move forward, I don't think that it's going to be difficult to work with him. I think that you are a free spirit, a little hard on yourself, and so you like to think and know what you're walking into. So here you're going to be walking in the dark for a few minutes, but I don't see any difficulty with it because you're good at what you do, and he has no reason whatsoever to not like working with you. So zip it, baby, for now. Thanks so much. Who else do we have?
Got another on YouTube. We got Abby. She's new.
Hi, Abby.
She said she's contemplated on moving back home with her family. Do you see that happening?
You know, Abby, it's a time where a lot of people are contemplating doing a lot of things they never imagined they would do because the world is in just a different flux. And it is possible for you to move back with your family. And the way I see the energy right now is that this is a year that is about closing out some chapters and prepping for 2022 so you have a new beginning, a fresh start. And I feel like resetting yourself back by the family, although it may be a culture shock for a minute, will actually do you well in the years to come. So it is something that can happen, that will happen if you push the card in that direction. I want you to be aware that there are changes that have to be made because when you go back to, I have to actually go back to 2012, 2013, they make me feel as if this was a time that may have been a little difficult and kind of set the pace for where you are now. And so now it's like we're kind of erasing a lot and recalibrating by going back to the starting point, you know, for your family, your home, and then stepping back out again. I don't know that you'll be there for a long period of time, but the step back would do you some great good. So make that change if you feel that things line up with ease and grace, and I would do that in this calendar year. Thanks so much, Abby Curto, for your question. Welcome to our group. Who else do we have?
We're going to go back to Facebook.
Let's go over here. Hold on one second. Let me say that one. Let's go. I want to go to Step Sasson.
You got it.
Okay. What's your question?
She would love to know what the scoop on love life is. Where is the road taking me beside this blissful journey into union with myself? What's coming?
You know, Step Sasson, if you give yourself permission to love yourself first, Step, then what's going to come is amazing things, because right now you're in this amazing energy of understanding balance of career, balance of the prosperity energy, balance of your personal emotional self, and then your God self. So they kind of give me this pyramid, this triangle energy. And when I look at the triangle energy, you know, your love life has been out of balance for a while, and you tried to throw yourself in your career because you had to make do with what you needed to get done. And you were also spending time with your God self. Well, now Spirit is telling me to tell you that if you build a strong foundation of your self-love and strong emotions of security and belief that love is possible for you, and you allow yourself to unfold new opportunities in work and just let them unfold without pushing anything, and all you do is put your attention up to the top of the pyramid, which is where the Godhead is, this will allow you to see beyond where you've seen before and to see things in a more spiritual light, so that you don't have to feel tied down to any one side. And the career will take care of itself, and there is new love that comes for you. You just got to give yourself permission to let go and know that some new possibilities will come once you are ready to receive them. It's almost as if the universe is holding back what they have for you because you're going, I don't know. And they're like, but we do. So they want you to know they've got good gifts for you. You just can't push back Christmas much longer, honey. Thanks so much for your question. Who else do we have?
I want to go back to YouTube. We've got Janet.
Yes.
She's wondering, what is the meaning of my aunt coming through in my dream last night? She's deceased in the dream, yet she's acting like she was living.
Well, the meaning of your aunt, and that's her birthday. So her aunt is who came through? Yes, is that what it was? The meaning of your aunt coming through is really about her letting you know that she is connected to you and that you guys are not separated from planet Earth to the heavens, and that there's a transition of energy that never ever changes. It's a sheer flow of energy through and through. And when you move yourself into the energy of trusting that life never ends and that she's still living, but living in a different form, you find comfort. In a time where we are being faced with so much disease and death, and we're just, in a place of a lot of fear in the world, she wants you to know she's with you, she's supporting you, and that she can still celebrate life in a different way. And so to her, she is living, honey, even though you don't have her here. So thanks, Janet Mum. Great question. A lot of people, I'm sure, have similar questions, so I'm really glad your question came through. And then there was one you had before, Step. I think it was it Dawn? Yeah. Dawn.
Yeah.
Yes, Dawn Watson. Yes. Good evening, Dawn Watson. I'm looking for it. She's at a crossroad, unable to decide which direction. Do I have any wisdom? Should I stay or should I go? Well, here's the greatest gift Spirit gives us. There is no wrong choice. I hate when they tell me that. But you want the choice, and the wisdom is this. You want the choice that makes you feel complete, makes you understand that you are really aligning yourself to what's going to make you feel happy, what's going to make you feel financially sound, and what's going to give you the power that you seek in your life. And the crossroad here is something that is designed to set you free. So for you, Dawn, look at where your limitations have been and ask yourself at the crossroad, is the opposite path, the different path, does that free me from the limitations, or will I take the limitations with me and really just change the scenery, but not really change the backstory? You want to make the choice that allows you to change the backstory so that you can truly enjoy the new venture, the new journey. But again, no wrong choice. You will get to where you need to go. And when I look at this power, this is about your personal love power, your personal transformation. This is about you stepping into that energy, and whatever makes you feel most powerful, bountiful, free, that is the path that is going to guide you. I hope that this is of service to you. Thanks so much, Dawn Watson, for your question. How's everybody doing in the feed? What do we got going on here?
Well, I got one more on YouTube. I want to make sure we get to. We got AJ. AJ says, I'm thinking about applying for a new position at work that comes with more responsibilities. Is it worth my time applying, or will something else come along? Any message for the career move?
Okay. So, AJ, here's the interesting thing. This energy here for you is really, it's about you stepping into new horizons and taking on new responsibilities. That will be powerful for you. Something else can always come along. But if there's an opportunity to grow and you feel like you want the challenge, you want the new tasks. Sometimes we feel like we don't want to be bothered. But if you're ready for it, I want you to look at the task and the things that you do that it gives you more in your resume, gives you more momentum, gives you more credibility, builds your confidence, has you viewed upon by others differently. And even though we in spirituality talk about there's no real comparison, we're each unique, we know when we go to the job market, the job world, when we are meeting people, there is judgment, there is comparison, because that's how we are initially trained to compare, and they have to pick the best person for a job. So I would throw my hat into the ring, AJ, and I would be sure to step up into the challenge. And if something else comes along, there's nothing stopping you from making a change. To make a change indicates to the universe we are ready for growth. And when we show them and we take the step of stepping out of stagnation and we take the step for something new, they will always bring more of what you have now, more of the new for you to choose. And I would much rather have my pick and choice of something than stay in something because I'm sitting there waiting for something else to come. In the waiting, you notice the absence of what you don't have. But in the action and moving forward and taking part in something new and embracing the new and the challenge, it allows us to build momentum to draw forth other new opportunities and other challenges. So it is likely something else can come along, and then you will be in the powerful seat to do the choosing. Life is not to be waited, AJ. So if it's worth the action matches the income that you get for the action, and you would like to learn from the experience, and you feel you're ready for some adventure, then you go for it. Thanks so much for your question. Who else do we have? Okay,
we are going to go to Elliot.
Elliot Roman. Good to hear from you, Elliot. Good to see you.
Any business opportunities for Elliot soon? Wondering what field, and for his wife's small business, is it going to go? She feels like it's not going to work.
Business opportunities can always come for you, Elliot. I feel like some of the responsibilities don't always allow you to branch off to the business opportunities, but your time is coming. And Elliot, when I look at the energy around you, you are in this soul-searching time of, there's got to be more to life than this. Who am I? What is my mission? What is my purpose? And how can I step into something more powerful and meaningful for me and still put a roof over my family's head? And your wife's business is going to work. She needs to market and present herself a little differently. Her formula may not be as clear as it needs to be to deliver the results she really wants, but her business can work. She needs a little business mentoring. She needs someone to give her some guidance as to what to do next and what to implement to get momentum moving forward. But she's a very talented woman, very gifted, and she has the blessings of the angels around her. So why wouldn't it work? Of course it can work. She's got to believe in herself. And I do see that both of you moving forward in this life, Elliot, is really two entrepreneurs joining forces and creating more of a dream entrepreneurial life that you've always wanted. So keep holding on to the dream. Things are coming for you, and I know that this is a part of transition for your wife, but she's on a clean slate, a new beginning, and magnificent things are coming. Thanks. Who else do we have?
And to Natalie Condi. She says, we're planning on getting married next year. Should we do it in Florida or Chicago?
Great question. Well, time of year would be important when one is considering Chicago, eh? If we're getting married in the winter, we don't want to be in Chicago, do we? Windy City will be really chilly then. The choice always is yours, but I don't know. I feel like Florida will have a lot more environment to support the marriage, but I also understand that perhaps you want to have some special, unique energy for you, for the both of you. But I'm feeling Florida. I feel like that will offer you the change. Perhaps a different part of Florida, not Miami, not South Florida. Maybe go a bit north in Florida and find a little bit of a destination within Florida to have the wedding, and then those who can make it will come. And you'll have a good wedding. I know it's going to be a good time for you. Thanks so much, Natalie, for your question. I'm feeling Florida. And besides, I thought I was your wedding singer. Thanks so much. Who else do we have? Did anyone know I sing at weddings? Yes, indeed. I'm the wedding singer. Absolutely. I can tell you I'm doing a wedding next... I don't know if I told you this, Helene. I got a wedding to do in Valentine's Day weekend next year. And it's one of those weddings I predicted that she didn't see coming. I saw it coming. There was even a guy in the picture when I said it. She's like, I don't know how that's going to happen, SarahSpiritual. And let me tell you, not only does she have a wonderful partner to marry and stuff, this person made her, girls, get ready, made her a whole room. She's going to kill me for saying this. Made her a whole room that could be her big room closet and her big room for her makeup. And so she's got like her own vanity stage dressing room. It's the coolest thing. I'm like, wow, okay. So she's so excited. She's so happy. And it wasn't even on the radar for her. She was like, how's that going to happen? How's that going to happen? I'm like, it's going to happen. So when I say something's going to happen, everyone, you just got to hang on to that possibility. Who else do we have?
I think I've said I don't know how that's going to happen to you a few times. So.
Oh, you've said that to me a lot. Oh, Melanie Rose Ruiz. Now, yes. I got to tell you, Melanie's first sessions with me had to be back at the end or somewhere in 2007. So Melanie, thank you so much for joining us again. Thank you so much. So Melanie, I go way back. She wants to move forward with the training program for her career goals, but do it could set her back financially. And I feel that if I do the program, it could hurt my relationships. Is it now not just my time yet? You know, Melanie, it's actually not the best time to do this. I know you want to do that next, but it's not quite the best time. There's so many other things going on. I don't feel like you'll invest your energy and your time and your money, and you'll be able to reap the rewards and the results. And when I look at the energy around you, the end of 2022 lends itself much better for that movement forward. So October, September of 2022, this year is not the best time. So put the pause button on that and just make the plan and the intention. Things are just too cluttered around you is what they make me feel. So I don't know that it will hurt relationships as much as it's just going to be a big strain on you. So thanks, Melanie Rose Ruiz, for your question. Good seeing you again. Happy Valentine's Day. Who else do we have?
We're going to go to Miss Sherry on YouTube.
Yes.
She says, do you see me getting back to Miami?
Sherry, no, not really. You may come to visit, but I don't know about living here. I don't see that. But if you get back to visit to Miami, July, August, I don't see it anytime soon. I don't advise it. I don't feel like the vibe is there to support what you might want to do with your career, your music. But I don't see living here. I don't feel like that's the place for you right now. But if you want to come back to do a gig, some work, to make some connections, that's something that can happen in the summertime, but not before then. Thanks, Sherry, for that question. Who else do we have?
We're going to go to Eileen.
Eileen, good to see you.
Do you see me using and developing my gifts to help heal others?
You know, Eileen, you've been gearing up for this for a while, and this year is going to open you up tremendously to even more spiritual energy and more connectivity. And then as we move you into 2022, I really feel like you're going to use that energy to send blessings, send healing, and do some work with people individually, be it remotely or one-on-one. So thank you, Eileen DeLuca, for that great question. You know, Helena, we want to wish everybody a really very happy Thanksgiving. Oh, geez.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. A really good Valentine's Day. I don't know where I just went. I'm moving everybody's lives along. So about like, no, wait till October. Wait. I'm like, okay, we're ready for Thanksgiving now. Everyone will be Thanksgiving before you know it, and let's trust that we can enjoy things a little differently than we did this past Thanksgiving. But no matter where you are in your love life, love yourself and know that you have the love of the divine spark energy. The essence of the angels is always with you. Your loved ones, they're simply on the other side of life. They're really not that far away. You just have to trust that you're never alone. And Cupid's arrow of romance, this card that we pulled, this is the answer. Love comes when you least expect it. Be open, be receptive, and believe that you're worthy to have the love that you desire. And know that everything is working to support you. So don't buck the system. Don't be resistant to what the universe prompts you. They have all the answers for you. You are loved. There will always be love around you. Choose love. Let love be your power. Let your heart soar. And know that we here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, on our Saturday Night Lives, on our Sunday Fun Days, on whatever other day we pop up, and on our radio show on Wednesday nights, we are here to support you. And we're here to give you guidance from our heart to yours, heart to heart, soul to soul. Thanks, Helena, for joining me. I know I kept you from your love, so we got to let you go home and hang with your puppy and your guy and kind of have a happy time. So we want to thank you for taking the time for being with us and kind of manning the lights. And it's got real warm in here too. I'm like, oh, the lights are kicking in here. Spirits in the building. So thanks so much. Thank you, Helena. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Stay well, stay safe. You know your truth. Hold on to your truth. Believe in you and do the right thing for you. And the universe has your back. Thanks. Bye for now. I am Sarah Spiritual. sun begins to set and close out the day, and the moon begins to rise. It says hello as the sun says goodbye. The birds ride the wind and nowhere there to go. They're just cruising by, singing a song or two for you and I. The ocean meets the sand and whispers to it too, come dance with me and lose yourself deep in the sea. Oh, the world, it works so beautifully together. Oh, the world, it seems in harmony. Why can't you and I live together in harmony? The butterfly emerges from deep within the cocoon. It was hiding for a while, getting ready to show its beauty and change. The winds begin to blow and dance with the trees and twirl the leaves around as they dance in the sunlight. The rain, it begins to fall and everything washes off, all shiny and new, just like me and you. When we were once born, the world is there together as one. The world is there together in harmony. Why can't we live together and understand who we are? Why do wars make us better when we feel like we are hurt? Why can't we love one another and give it all a chance to dance? The world, it flows so beautifully. It dances with the planets and the stars light the way. And the universe says, you are one with me. Why can't we learn to live together as one? Why can't we learn to love everyone? Oh, the world is in harmony if we follow the sun and moon and stars in the universe and dance as one. You and me, we are one.